Mr. Hands196 here with another review, this time of Thor the Mighty Avenger Deluxe Ice Attack Frost Giant. So here we go. So most of you probably have seen my unboxing video, my third unboxing video where I unboxed this guy, and very cool. So let's get to reviewing. I'm going to review the box first, since it's my absolute first Thor toy. There you go, Deluxe Frost Ice Attack Marvel's Frost Giant. Warning sign, it says launches ice missile. There you go. Picture of Thor, it says Thor the Mighty Avenger, and the new Avengers Assemble kind of line with the movie Thor, movie Captain America, and movie Iron Man picture on it. So that's pretty cool. There you go, he's on this side just shooting there, shoots an ice missile, and then there he is with some accessories on, and pretty cool. So there's some others in the wave. This guy, I'm pretty sure, definitely is a deluxe figure. These two guys, I'm not sure if they're deluxe. I don't think this is, and Odin might be. I'm not sure. I know they're making a regular Odin figure, but it might also be deluxe. I'm not sure though. So here you go. So this is about Frost Giant. So very cool. So first, as you can see, he does come with quite a few accessories. Being the deluxe pack, he does come with a lot. So I'll review them with those in a second. Oh, hold on. This isn't tight. There we go. Okay, so, let's talk about the Ice Giant. Let me just move the accessories away because they're in my way. So here you go. So here is my first Thor toy, and very cool figure to get as my first one. The differences between this one and the regular just Frost Giant in the regular 3 3/4 inch packaging, he doesn't come with the guns and the shooting missiles, and he doesn't come with this axe. But the regular one does come with these 3 things, and this is a repaint, and I think this is a lot better paint. The other one is more lighter, if I'm not mistaken, and not as good as this one. I actually don't think so. So very cool. So I'm glad that they're sticking with 3 3/4 inch figures and not doing 6 inch figures for their Thor and Captain America. I'm a big fan of 3 3/4 inch figures, so that's nice that they're not doing it any other way. And paint's great. Paint is a very dark blue with light blue highlights just all over, and some copper, armor plating and the skirt type of thing, and there's stuff everywhere, red eyes and white teeth. So very cool. And he's got a little bit different shades of dark and light blue in him, which is just really nice. Looks pretty great, and just really good combination with the painting by Hasbro. So very nice. Head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. Just one of the best Hasbro head sculpts from the 3 3/4 inch lines of pretty much anything. One of the best, I think. Looks really good. Has this kind of copper helmet and just looks great. So very good on painting. If there's one small complaint I have about the painting is this kind of skirt thing. I would have liked to see, you know, some more highlighting or just some different painting. Detail's great in it, but highlighting and different painting I would have liked to see. It's all just that one color. But, you know, that's okay. Some black highlights would have been cool, especially with the deluxe pack, but, you know, they didn't, so you can live with it. So, articulation is fairly good on this guy. Pretty good. The only thing that's kind of a problem and kind of a good thing is he has extremely tight joints in some places, which is hard to manipulate, hard to pose, but is very sturdy. So, you know, take it as what you want, but that's what it is, at least for mine. He's got an extremely hard ball-jointed shoulder, which swivels quite nicely, but it is hard to kind of move it up, especially after you first get it out, but you can do it. He's got let me go over it. He's just got a hinge elbow and a swivel. It's a hinge swivel elbow. So very interesting. They cut the bicep and just are doing hinge swivel elbows. It's very interesting to see that. A swivel wrist, a ball jointed upper torso, ball jointed leg, which is really nice. Really like that joint much better than it's a ball hinge joint. Not just the hinge, just a ball hinge is much better. No bicep swivel, double hinge knee, and then a hinge swivel ankle, and then his head. What was really cool at first, I just thought he had a swivel head, but it is a swivel, and he looks up quite quite a bit too, which is really nice. And the only reason I really know that is because you can kind of see a hinge back there, which makes him look up really nicely. So you can really get some pretty articulate poses in like this. Just really good, you know. Very cool. So you can do a lot of posing with this guy. Love the neck joint. Absolutely love it. Really good. Very cool pose. And then you can also look down because he's a bit taller than other figures, so you can have him looking down at them. So that's very cool. So very neat. I can't really give you any information about the Frost Giant because I'm not a big Thor fan at all. Yeah, I really didn't like Thor with the comics and everything before the movie started taking place. And with the movie trailers and stuff, I'm very excited for it. And it's same thing with Iron Man. Before, I hated Iron Man. When the movies came out, I started to love him. Same thing with every Marvel character. I don't like the Marvel characters until they make a movie, except for Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man pretty much whenever. So, you know, I really didn't like Thor. He was like my least favorite comic book character, and now with the movie, I'm really excited for it. So because of that, you know, I have no research on a lot of these characters. I know, like, Loki's the main villain in the comics, but Frost Giant, I, like, barely heard of. So, yeah, I really don't know much about him. The bright red in his eyes is very cool, too. His teeth are a little weird, painted. Can't really see it until you get close up, and, I just watch out for that in the box. Try to get the one with the best painted teeth so he doesn't look too goofy. This one's a bit weird painted, but it's very subtle, so it's okay. So he's got like muscle outlines pretty much everywhere, so that's very cool. And his armor plating does hinder his bending at the elbow slightly. That's about all he can do, but that's still very good. Not too bad. So very cool. This is soft rubber plastic, but it's a pretty hard soft rubber plastic, and it can go up, I guess, if you wanted it up more, and then it can just go down to the regular. So, very interesting. So, very cool. Painted very nicely. Articulated great. Really pretty good. Would have loved to see a bicep swivel and maybe swivel hips, but that's okay. Makes up for it with the ball hinge thigh and the, I don't know what kind of joint it is. It might be a ball hinge or just a hinge swivel. I think it's just a hinge swivel neck. I really like the neck joint a lot, and I do like the ball joint upper torso, but that's nothing too new for Marvel, so, you know, nothing too much to say about that. So very cool. He's got one arm that's able to hold things, and then one arm as like an open one. This is a cool one for posing. He's got a lot of accessories, so let's show him with all of his accessories. First one, let's just do the cannon. So now, the ice cannon. So, when you first get this, originally you'd think that it would go in this way, you know, and I had the most trouble because it just wouldn't go in, and that is because it goes in this way. Very strange. Would have never expected it, but just, like, found that out, and it does go in there. It doesn't click because it isn't a spring, well, it isn't, a button shooter, which is a shame, and, a little different from Marvel. I mean, Star Wars Marvel does that. A little different for Marvel, yeah. But Hasbro does it for Star Wars, and not too much Marvel though. I'm having trouble getting on his wrist. I've actually never put this cannon on his wrist. Never been too much of a big fan of it, so I guess I just never tried it, and now it is just being rude. There we go. Okay, so it's on. Can't get the bullet back in there. There you go. So it's on, you know, it's kind of obnoxious, but it suits him a lot more than I expected, because this is the first time I am able to see him with the cannon now. I've never tried it before, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it really wraps around his arm and really fits it well, so you can kind of, it's hard to see that it's just like a clip unless you go to the bottom. You can kind of see, like, the paint through the ice, which is really nice, and I'm assuming, yeah, he can put it on both hands. Hold on. Let me just get it in there. Oops. It does fire sometimes. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Hold on, the camera's... There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's try it on this arm. Yeah, that went on smoother. So yeah, it, it doesn't look as bad as I expected it to, really. Actually, it doesn't look too half bad. For a, big, obnoxious firing missile, this is not too bad. It actually looks pretty decent, a lot better than I thought. I would never pose him like this, but, it's a lot better than I expected. So very cool. So they did a really good job with what they had to work with. So that's nice to see, and very cool, very good colors. And what you really do is just flick it kind of to the right, I think. So just, there you go, it shoots like that, and then there you go. It's to the right on both of them for some reason. So very cool if you wanted to leave him with, like, ice cannons. He's kind of like an iron-eyed frost giant. Hey, you can do that. Pretty cool. It, makes his muscles look a bit bigger, I guess. So, very cool. So, that was definitely not as bad as I ever expected it to be. Really doesn't look too good. I think it's because instead of having the long obnoxious like cannon out here, they had to go back. So, very good. I really like that. Very impressed. And, because I had never tried it before. So, this is the first time I'm trying it and reviewing it the second I see it. So, I really expected to, like, just bash these things because I really don't like those kind of cannons. But the way they did it, wow, really impressed. So yeah, so very cool, actually. So let's just keep that one on for reference if you want to say, well, I'll take it off. Alright, so very cool. So the cannons, they're not the best thing in the world because they're the firing missile type of thing, more geared towards kids, but hey, it is not bad. It really looks pretty nice on him. But I wouldn't really display him like that, but you can if you want. The other new accessory that does not come with the regular Frost Giant is this, like, axe thing. And this can kind of fit in his hand. You can kind of maneuver it so it kind of starts to fit a bit. Well, yeah, it really doesn't. Nothing really fits in that hand except for the gun on the top and the, like, icicle thing. I'll show you later. But yeah. This one, you kind of have to just, like, put it in and then just move it, and, it looks okay. Pretty easy, pretty decent, and this is not, like, a bend from being in the package. This is actually how it's done, which is a bit strange, but I think it's pretty cool. You can kind of have him, like, running with it, and it looks pretty nice. So the axe does look pretty okay. It's definitely not my favorite, though. I like the way they do the ice, and I like the way they painted it, but definitely not my favorite accessory. But not bad. So, yeah, not bad. Another accessory that I really like, and the next 3 accessories do come with the regular package. I don't even think they're repainted at all, but they could be, I'm not sure though, is this hammer. It's really cool to see him have, like, a hammer, and I don't know if this guy's a bad guy, or a good guy, or just what his thing is in Thor, but if he's like a bad guy, it's kind of cool seeing an ice hammer up against Thor's hammer, so that's pretty cool. He fits it better if you put his hand like right up next to the ice, because it gets bigger as it goes up, and it's very nice. It's just like stacks of ice, which look really great and have a really nice look to them, and I do display him with this one because it looks great, really nice. I'm really impressed by that, so very cool. Love that accessory. So next one, which some people may not like, but I actually do like it. It's this kind of like frost hand type thing. It's kind of got like an icicle hand, a knife kind of thing, and it's not too great for posing because it puts him off balance, and there's not too great stuff that you can do with it. I guess it will give him some extra support if you wanted to kind of do it like this or something, So yeah, but it's not the best thing, but it looks cool. I like it. It's kind of see-through, so you can kind of see the hand in here, but it hides it fairly well. So yeah, but it's very nice, a very cool accessory, and just pretty great. Another thing that I thought that I would really like, this is the last accessory that I didn't like as much as I thought, was this helmet. I thought it was kind of like filled in on the backside too, but it isn't, and that makes it a little bit less stable, but it does look pretty neat on him. A really cool thing. I like the kind of spikes on the end, kind of gives him like a bird helmet type of looking thing. The side panels stick out too far, and they're not directly like on his face, which I would have loved to see, but that's okay. They're made of soft rubber plastic, so I guess if you put them together and put some hot water on them, I think that they'd start to morph that way, but I don't do that kind of stuff. I just get the toys, and however they turn out, I keep them that way. So there you go. So very nice looking, I actually think. So yeah, pretty cool. It's not as stable as I would have loved, but not bad, pretty decent. And he does look pretty cool. So, you know, him with the hammer, and give him the icicle hand, maybe. And then he's got quite a few accessories. These are the 3 that come with the deluxe and regular packaging. So no matter what type of ice giant you buy, you're going to get these 3 things. So very nice. So some great accessories. Do you have to buy the deluxe pack? Well, first of all, I paid $30 for him on eBay and got him a week early. Is that worth it? I'm going to say no. I mean, if you guys buy him like now, it's going to come less than a week early. So I really don't recommend you buy this guy early. There's not much you can do right now, though, because the toys are almost being released. So, you know, I don't think I made a great decision. But I do like the figure in general. Do you have to buy the deluxe pack? I don't really think you need to. Unless you like the shooter type of things and you like the way they look. If you like those, then buy the deluxe pack. If you're not the type of person that likes the shooting missile type things, then don't buy the deluxe pack. The only thing that you're missing other than the shooters is this axe. And the axe is cool, but it doesn't stay in as great, and it doesn't look as fantastic as I thought. But it is a pretty cool accessory. I like the little hole in there. That looks kind of cool. But the best accessories are these 3 things. And if that was, you know, exclusive to the deluxe pack, I would have said let them buy the deluxe pack. But they're not. They come with the regular figure as well, which definitely makes you want to buy the regular one. So I highly recommend that you buy the regular one, because they come with the great accessories. Now, the only difference is paint. I think the deluxe paint looks better. How movie accurate it is compared to the regular one, I have no idea. But I think it's a great type of paint, and I think it's really cool. And I definitely like the new paint. So you might want to get it just for the paint. But don't pay too much over in stores unless you really love this paint. So, so very cool. So now, just quickly, because he's taller than other people, sorry, this review is running quite long. Well, first Thor, yes, it's running long. So, size comparison with pretty much like every 3 3/4 inch figure from every line. Just like one of every line, pretty much. So here he is with a Marvel Universe figure, like Thanos, which is an extremely tall. I think he's tied with the tallest person. So he is my tallest figure. Now, bear in mind, he is on a slight base there. So he is shorter than what he is, like up here. But, you know, with a little bit shorter off, he'd be just over the Ice Giant, the Frost Giant's head. Now, with the Clone Wars figure, Bosk. As you can see, Bosk is my tallest 3 3/4 inch Clone Wars character. And as you can see, that he's a head over him, and he's on a thick base. The Clone Wars bases are quite thick. So, as you can see, he towers over Clone Wars figures. Just quickly, Pirates of the Caribbean. This is my tallest one. Oops. This is my tallest Pirates of the Caribbean figure because of his shell head, and he is much shorter than him, but he does not have a base. A Spider-Man figure. My only Spider-Man figure is Carnage, and as you can see, he is much shorter than him. Let's go with Tron. There you go with Korra, much shorter, and she is on a base. And then we go to my tallest Iron Man figure, and that is a hammer drone. The hammer drones, oops, these are weapon. This is a weapons assault drone, and extremely tall figure when compared with the other Iron Man figures. And he is just over his height, but barely, just barely. And so, you know, if you have a hammer drone, you know how much bigger than they are than regular Iron Man figures. So then you definitely know how much bigger this guy is. Now just with the Iron Man, just a basic Iron Man figure, as you can see, he is much shorter. So I tried to give you a look at my tallest figure of the series that I had, and he stands up to everybody except just shorter than Thanos and the weapons assault drone, which is great. Really fantastic, very tall, and just a very cool figure. Just indeed very great. So highly recommend you pick this guy up. I like the bare feet too. Kind of looks really cool. It's a unique sculpt. He does have pegs, but no base. So if you have like an extra base from something else, you can use it for that. Just whatever. So very cool. A lot of people think he looks like the Na'vi from Avatar, and he really does, but he's a Frost Giant. So very cool. Highly recommended the regular Frost Giant, I think. The paint, I think, is better on this one, but with the extra money, I don't know if it's worth it. All of the different types of accessories and everything are all very cool, but the three best accessories come with the regular one anyway. So, I do highly recommend you get the regular Frost Giant. The Deluxe, really depends on what you're willing to pay for the new paint sculpt, and how much you really want the shooters and this axe. So yeah, so there you go. Great figure, and just a great new toy line. Can't wait to collect from. It should be out in like a week. I'm not sure, but it should be. So there you go. So that's my video review of my first Thor, the Mighty Avenger, Deluxe Frost Giant review. Thanks for watching. 20 minutes, wow. Sorry for the long review.